So I debated for a little bit on whether or not I wanted to cover this story, and I think it's worth covering. If there's any hostility in the comments, comments will be deleted. I'm not going to deal with any hostility for any political reasons on this channel. So, just an FYI, there's a little bit of political content regarding Journey. And you may have seen this already. It's kind of been ongoing for a little bit now. But we have another situation in the legal drama for Journey, unfortunately. The plot has thickened substantially, and things have gotten much worse, really. Um, Neal Schon has filed a cease and desist against Jonathan Cain. Jonathan Cain performed Don't Stop Believing at Mar-a-Lago, Donald Trump's resort place in Florida, with people from Trump's inner circle, including Marjorie Taylor Greene, Carrie Lake, and others. So, again, not going to get political here. That's not really the point of any of this. Neal filed a cease and desist, and I think he's completely justified in that. It politics and music naturally intersect. It's just kind of how it goes. Most things in life are political. We don't want things to necessarily be political, but politics are intertwined in our lives, and so it makes sense that they intersect. But politics are very divisive, especially now, and especially figures like Donald Trump. So it makes sense that Neal would not want Journey music being played by a current and active member of the band at at Trump's with Trump's people, and it was filmed. I mean, he says it's a Trump rally. It's not really a rally, but it's certainly some sort of political event. I think this would be a lot different if Jonathan Cain was not in the band, because then it's like, okay, can't control what you do if you're not in the band. But Jonathan Cain is in the band, and I think that it's Jonathan Cain should keep these things in consideration when he performs at these things. Of course, Neal has been acting pretty erratic, as I'm sure many of you have noticed. It's been a lot of lawsuits, a lot of legal fighting, a lot of things have been happening in the Journey camp these days, and I don't really think Neal's doing much good for the Journey brand at this point either. I think that which Jonathan Cain claps back. This article from Rolling Stone, Cain's comments against Neal are damning, and I just don't think the band's going to recover from this. He says that Neal Schon should look in the mirror when he accuses me of causing harm to the Journey brand. I've watched him damage our brand for years, and I'm a victim of both his and his wife's bizarre behavior. Let's see. Neal and his wife continually insult the professionalism of numerous accountants, road managers, and management firms with endless legal threats and their bullying, toxic, and incoherent emails. Neal argues online with fans who don't see eye to eye with him, and Neal and his wife recklessly spend Journey's money until there is none left for operating costs. If anyone is destroying the Journey brand, it is Neal and Neal alone. So, okay. There's many things going on behind the scenes that we do not have information about. We will not be privy to any of this information until some of these court proceedings start getting ironed out and some of this information becomes public. So, I'm not here to take sides. We're not in the business of doing that at this point because, of course, Jonathan Cain is going to defend himself and try to make Neal Schon look bad. And, of course, Neal Shon's going to try to make Jonathan Cain look bad. That's how this goes. That's how these legal spats go. So it's a complicated situation. It's really complex. I think that Neal is right to not want his music. And I know that Jonathan co-wrote Don't Stop Believing. I understand that. But Cain is an active member of the band, so Neal is right, I think, to want to have a say in how the band's music is associated politically. I get that. I also think that if Jonathan Cain really wants to perform Journey music at political events without having any issues, I think he should just leave the band. And I think that's maybe the direction we might be going, is that Jonathan Cain will leave the band. Because it's not going to work with these two. They're not going to be able to tour together, and they're not going to be able to work together. It's just not going to happen. And if no one's touring, then no one's making money. And I think that Cain will realize that and will step out of the picture. Maybe he'll stay, involved in the business side, of course, but he will not be an active member. And in that situation, I think things might get a little bit better. But as of right now, more and more Journey drama. What can I say? It's never ending, and it's unfortunate that it is never ending. But we just have situations that keep getting worse and worse, and different things are happening, and different people are, Neal is filing cease and desists, and we're having lawsuits and trademark disputes and everything else. And from one perspective, it does look like Neal Schon is kind of just going crazy right now. But it's not fair for anyone to really make that assumption. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes. So I think it's going to be really interesting to see how all this plays out. It's unfortunate that this band, 50 years later, is fighting the way they are. And it is unfortunate that all of this is getting dragged out into the open and everyone's getting dragged through the mud. It's also unfortunate that politics have gotten dragged into this, but when you play music at any sort of political event, that's what happens. And Jonathan Cain, it's not like this is just brought to the limelight because Neal filed the cease and desist. There was already video of it beforehand. So Jonathan Cain probably should not have played. Well, no, it's not probably. I don't think he should have played Don't Stop Believing at a Trump event with people from Trump's inner circle performing with him. I just don't think that it was the right move for this time, for the situation. And like I said, he's an active member of the band. So we've already had legal, drama with the band when they visited the White House in the past. So this has been an ongoing issue. So, it's not surprising that this has turned into a big problem, but it's unfortunate. So, we will be eagerly waiting to see what happens next in the Journey drama. We'll see how long this band can hold on. I'm skeptical that a tour is happening in February. Neal swears up and down it is. I just don't understand how, but we'll see. Maybe hold off on buying those tickets for Freedom Tour, unless we get some major development. Because, just don't think it's going to happen, guys. And, 2023 can bring a lot of things. It might bring the end of Journey. Just crazy. When I started this channel, Journey was about to release a new album, Freedom. And my best performing video of all time was speculating about what they could do for the 50th anniversary tour. Who could they bring back? And then here we are. The band's probably not going to have a tour, and the band's probably going to be done for. So it's crazy how these things happen. That's why I love covering it. It's dynamic, it's fluid, it changes. And it's fun to talk about. So let me know in the comments what you guys think about this situation and the overall Journey situation. But as I said, keep it civil. Keep the politics, don't bring politics into this. Keep it civil. Because I'm not going to tolerate any hostility in the comments. The comments will be deleted. That's just how it's going to be. That's not what this channel is about. It's pixel positive music. We try to have a logical adult conversation, discussion. That's the whole point here. So I will not tolerate any hostility in the comments. So please keep it civil. And yeah, I missed my Christmas video. I've been very under the weather, as you can probably tell. So I did miss the Christmas video. I'm still going to be working on the New Year's video. I'm going to cover my best, what I consider probably just my favorite albums and music of 2022. It's been quite a journey, no pun intended, going through all the music that I've listened to this year. And then we enter 2023, and we will see what happens for the channel then. But very excited. Growth is continuing to be great. Numbers are awesome, and everyone seems to be having a good time. So that's what matters to me. So I will see you guys at the next video.